I came here when I was 17 with my friends.
Okay.
Oh no, actually when I was 17 it was with another band, and we came here, we didn't play but we just came for a weekend, and we didn't have anywhere to stay, so we just stayed in our van. Okay. And we kind of didn't have much money, but we just kind of went to, you know, done all the kind of British touristy things, and then we was kind of camping in our van, and this woman got really upset with us because we were camping outside her house. And
okay, like, where, and do you still know where it was?
It was, if you come into where Central Station is,
yeah.
And we drove in, and we literally got to Central Station, we turned right, and then sort of turned a left, and it was just on the corner of like the road that's got the sex museum on. Okay. Just on the corner, right near the kind of sort of thing, motorway there. And yeah, we're just outside this woman's house, and she got really, really irate with us. But we were so stoned that we didn't really care, and okay. It was good fun.
Okay. Well, you were saying with your previous, with the previous band, I guess it was Balboa?
No, that was another band. That was I was in another band called Green Ship, and that we were signed to BMG, and we kind of put out a single, and then we recorded an album that never saw the light of day, and then went on to Balboa, okay. And again, like an album that never saw the light of day, and now the Infadels, an album that's actually out.
So it's for you, that was the first thing that you're really proud of, that you actually had an album out.
Yeah, it's like one of those ambitions that you've had all your life, to actually release an album. I've been in many bands where we've released singles, yeah. But an album's worth of work, like, feels great, you know, to actually have it out there. But now, of course, it's out there, I just want to do the next album.
Yeah. and I mean, the first album, I mean, when did you start making music and thinking, well, I want to make an album? Was it since you were small, or was it maybe when you were a teenager? Or?
Ever since I sort of had consciousness, yeah, like I wanted to do this, like I kind of always wanted to be a singer or a guitarist, and I sort of started off in bands when I was really young as a guitarist and doing some singing, but I always really wanted to be the singer, and I always wanted to write music and make albums and do, you know, be a musician for my living. That's what I always wanted to do. Ever since I done my first ever gig when I was about 6. And I got up on stage with a friend's band, and I played the ukulele, and no one could hear me. It wasn't plugged in, but in my mind I thought that I was an integral part of the show. So like,
what song was it?
I don't actually know. I can't remember. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I didn't know the song. They just got me up there, and but in my 6-year-old mind, I thought that I was making a big contribution to that show. But when I think back on it, I didn't have any idea what the song was, no idea what the chords were. I wasn't plugged in, but I was convinced that, you know, I was doing a great job.
And how come you could play the ukulele?
Because I always wanted to play the guitar. I couldn't actually play the ukulele at this point,
okay.
But I always wanted to play the guitar, and somebody gave me a ukulele to learn on. But I didn't really get inspired by the ukulele, so it wasn't until I got a guitar that I started learning guitar. I got an acoustic, and then I started really getting into it and just wanting to be the best guitarist in the world, like sort of before I was 13. That's all I wanted to do, and then I sort of started joining bands as a guitarist, and I got to a certain level, but I always wanted to be the front man. As much as I want to be a guitarist, I always wanted to be the singer and the front man, so I kind of started getting in bands as just the singer and a bit of guitar, and then I started getting in bands as totally just the singer, and I really sort of, I felt really comfortable and at home, and kind of that's what I really wanted to do.
But are you more of are you a better guitar player than you're a singer, or are you?
No, I'm probably a better singer than I am a guitarist, and a better songwriter than I am a guitarist. The thing that struck me was once I could learn to play an instrument, I wanted to write songs. Okay. So after a while, that took over from becoming really good at the instrument. I just wanted to be able to put songs together. So it's like that. But one day I will have a side project where I just play punk guitar really badly and jump around and don't sing a word. Like, you know, that'd be great.